So the primary rolling action comes from, at least the mechanism to make them move is from that lever there. There's also another option that could be a lever here, but really only just need the one. So basically this rotates, and the bench rotates along with it. So you can see it moving there. Now, in terms of how that all comes together, so it's a mix of mostly off-the-shelf materials that you can get at any sort of large home supply store. The top of the bench here, these are just dog ear pressure-treated fence pickets, same kind you'd use for a fence around your yard. And then underneath it, we have 2x4s that are also pressure-treated to kind of frame out this sort of box-like structure. I don't remember the exact spacing on these, but by the looks of it, they're probably about 24 inches apart. Now, underneath that, there is two layers of steel. So there's this right here, right? This is what connects to our handle, right? And that sort of drives the primary action. And then what that sits on is this steel tubing. This is 1.5 inch steel tubing that I bought from a local metal supply yard. Whereas this right here, though, this metal this is just this is 1.25 inch black gas pipe. And so you can get that again at really most plumbing stores or large commercial home supply centers. I considered using the 1.25 inch down here as well, but when I did a quick load calculation based on having 6 inches of soil potentially across the full length of this bench, I was a little more comfortable with the 1.5 inch over the 1.25 inch, because down here we have sort of two supports, whereas over here we've only really got one going every. I think these are spaced out probably about every 3 to 4 feet. I think this bench is about a little under 24 inches in total, maybe 23 feet. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 24 over 6 is about 4. So 4 or 5 feet spaced apart. And then of course we just have cinder blocks down here. In some cases you can see I needed to shim the steel tubing, because the ground in here is definitely not level. And so that's kind of the gist on how the rolling benches are built and put together. Cinder blocks at the base, 1.5 inch steel tubing, then 1.25 inch black gas pipe, and then these are just sort of the black gas T, and then a shorter section of black gas pipe for the handle. And that's how they work.